Okay, now we go to the Hare-Clark system. Total state of confusion. The first thing to do in our Hare-Clark system in the state of confusion is to work out what the quota is in order to obtain a seat in Parliament. We start off with the valid votes cast, the number of seats that are available, and the quota is equal to the valid votes cast divided by the number of seats plus 1 plus 1. In this case, you end up with needing 2,501 votes in order to get the seat in Parliament. Let's go to the first count. As you can see, 5,000 voters put Karl down as their first preference. This means that he has reached the quota, which, as you will remember, was 2,501. Not only that, it means he's been elected to the cheers of his supporters, and he has a surplus of 2,499 votes. This surplus is used to calculate what Karl's second preferences are worth. We take the surplus and we divide it by the number of votes that Karl got, and this gives us a transfer value of 0.5. Bronwyn, Tangerine, Fred, Janice and Wyatt did not reach the quota and therefore have not yet been elected. They will need to depend on the way the preferences are distributed to see if they get into Parliament. There are still 2 seats left to fill, so now we need to see where Karl's second preferences went. 1,000 of them went to Bronwyn. The transfer value of that is 500, so Bronwyn's total now goes up to 2,500. Has she reached the quota? No, not yet. Tangerine and Fred got no second preferences from Karl, so their votes remain the same. Janice got 1,000. The transfer value of those is 500, so she's up to 1,300. Still hasn't reached the quota. And Wyatt got 3,000 of Karl's preferences. That brings him up to a total of 1,700, still not the quota. So no one has yet reached the quota apart from Karl. So we take a look at the one who had the lowest total votes, and that's Fred. He's taken off the list and his second preferences are distributed. Okay, 5 of his second preferences go to Bronwyn. She's now reached 2,505 and she's elected. 895 of his second preferences go to Wyatt. His total is now 2,595 and he's elected. And although he got the lowest number of primary votes, Wyatt takes a seat in the Parliament. Does that remind you of anyone?